every corner, we speak in every tongue, brought here by a vision of what is soon to come. No longer will we stand for hatred, bigotry, and fear. The call of peace and justice is what has brought us here. The world that we've been given is not so large a place that we could stand divided by philosophy or race. Wisdom, truth, and beauty dwell in every human heart. United we are more than we could ever be apart. United we are more than we could ever be apart. We are carved from the ancient souls of those who came before. We take what we've been given, then set out in search of more. Much less than we could be, much more than we had planned. Love is all-encompassing, and the circle must expand. Love is all-encompassing, and the circle must expand. Inside himself, each woman make her choice to stand against injustice, to raise a common voice, to cast aside the petty fears that chain us to the past, to give our children's children a legacy that will last, to give our children's children a legacy that will last. We are carved from the ancient souls of those who came before. We take what we've been given and set out in search of more. Much less than we could be, much more than we had planned. Love is all-encompassing, and the circle must expand. Love is all-encompassing, and the circle must expand. We are carved from the ancient souls of those who came before. We take what we've been given, then set out in search of more. Much less than we could be, much more than we had planned. Love is all-encompassing, and the circle must expand. There were 24 nobles stood down at the King's High, and Bonnie Glenloggie was the blood of the ma. There were 6 nobles rode through Bantry Fair, and Bonnie Glenloggie was the blood of them there. There were 9 ladies sat down at the King's High. Bonnie Jean of Bethelny was the blood of the ma. Down come Jenny Gordon, she come tripping down the stairs. She chose in Glenloggie from all that was there, saying Glenloggie, Glenloggie, can you brook so kind? My love is laid upon you, now I've told you my mind. He's turned around lightly, let the Gordons desire. Said, I'm sorry, Ginny Gordon, but I'm promised I'll to make her a bed, with ribbons and the napkins to tie up her head. Then up spake a feather, and the wise man was he, saying, I'll wed you to Dunfermline, he's Margot than he. Ah, hold your tongue, feather, for this man a big, and I get me Glen Luggy, oh, to him will I be. Then a father St. Chaplain, he's a man of great skill, he's wrote a broad letter, and indicted it will, saying, a pox on you, Luggy, since it is so, my lady's love's laid on you, must she die in her woe? A pox on you, Luggy, and since it is time, my lady's love's laid on you, must she die in her... Hello and good evening, and welcome to The Howl. You are in the right place for a Saturday night. We're here almost every Saturday night, except when we're not, and usually at the same time, too. Joining me today is my lovely executive assistant, Christina Kellaway-Loescher.
Did you just demote me?
Sorry, executive producer.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
What?
Let's make sure I can hear you.
Okay. Does this go up?
It does. If you have to loosen it. Counterclockwise.
This thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. And then tighten it again. Got it.
What she said.
Did you turn on the mic?
That's what she said.
Better. I think we got you. All right. Hey, Taylor Cook. Hey, I'm having a hard time reading the comments. Maybe I can turn it like this, and then I'll be able to see.
I'm trying to find the link. Why is it not showing up?
I don't know. I'm sorry that...
I see, please join me for the Howl, but the actual Howl is not on here.
Did you go to... I don't know, something? I don't know. I found it by just going to my page and saw that it was there. So you might have to go to the Wolf Loescher page and find it. I don't know.
Okay.
No joy? Other people found it, so that's a positive thing. Taylor Cook, Peter Richards, Mary Higgins, Kristen Loescher, happy belated birthday.
Christy Loescher.
Kristen and Michael.
Loescher. I was going to say Christy Loescher.
And Taylor, and so I think that's everybody. It is an all request howl. I mean, everyone is an all request howl because everybody wants to hear everything. But this is a multi-stream. We're doing Facebook and YouTube and Twitch again, and see how this goes. If you, like me, are having trouble seeing the comments when they're superimposed over the video, then you can turn I'm on an iPad, and I turned it, portrait mode, and then, but if you turn it sideways, then the comments are, like, on the side.
This looks, whatever you did fixed so the comments don't run across your face anymore.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've been tweaking as time goes by. So let's turn off the epilepsy-inducing lights.
Thank you.
There we go. And I think we'll just start with a song first, and then we'll...
Allison, I see Mary Higgins, Peter Richards.
Is the mic on, and are you speaking into it?
I saw...
There you go.
Mary Higgins, Peter Richards, Taylor Cook, Allison Madsen, the Chancers.
Hey, Chancers, good.
Hello from Dublin. How are y'all doing?
I turned you up a bit, so you don't have to...
Awesome.
Hear you. All right. So I'm going to take these off because now that I know that everything is being
Richard
heard.
And Kathleen, hello.
So I know that we've got things. So hello, everybody.
Oh, yay! The Grousers as well. Doc and Kimberly.
What's the plural of grouser?
Grousers.
I know. Now I'm sorry, guys. You're going to have to change your last name because it's not funny enough.
Grouserini.
So we're going to start off here with a request from Taylor Cook. This is actually an Immigrant Songs rock block. This first 4 songs are from the Immigrant Songs album, the new album that came out in September of 2023. It seems like over a year ago. It's not even 6 months. So
yeah, it is 6 months.
It feels like 7 months. It feels a lot longer ago. It's been a lot of water under my bridge.
Was that what that is?
I guess that is. Anyway, but here is. Would you mind adjusting the camera a little bit? It seems like there's a lot of above my head space that.
Are we missing the package cam?
No. And then when you're done adjusting the camera, I need you to hand me that piece of paper that's taped to it. Thank you. This is my list of who requested what. Thank you, darling. All right, I think we're ready to go. Any other preambular comments that you would like to make? No? Okay. Well, thank you for joining me. And let's go.
3/4. Where's Paul Campbell? We got a 3/4 ding.
Oh, here. Let me throw this to you. Ready? Sorry.
Story of my life right now. If you're all very good, I might model the bruises I have from falling down behind the stacks, trying to get up on the stage and adjust the camera for the recording. Ouch.
Anyway, here's for Taylor Cook's request. Taylor Cook, here is Dance Called America. The landlords came, the peasant trials, to the sacrifice of men. Through the past, and not quite darkly, the present once again. In the name of capital, establishment, improvers, it's a name. The hidden truths, the hidden lies that once nailed you to the pain of a dance called America. They danced it round and waited at the turns for America. They danced their ladies round. The candles of enlightenment, once lit, they say don't burn, to turn the darkest room of suffering to a greater state of pain. Don't tell me what's behind you now, don't greet me, don't meet your dying blind. It's our very last stand together, now let's sever no regrets. To a dance called America, they danced it round and waited at the turns for America. They danced their ladies round. Turn, turn. Pick it up, pick it up. There were days that once held confidence, ranked the will and mind, the camouflage that once washed your father's and your sons and daughters' time. Another turn, my love, my island, you got international, with all the praying men of God who stood and watched it all go on. Did a dance called America, they danced it round and waited at the turns for America. They danced their ladies round on for a dance called America. They danced it round and waited at the turns for America. They danced their ladies round. Up for a dance. Up for a dance called America. They danced it round and waited at the turns for America. They danced their ladies round. Turn.
Okay, Mary Higgins, the very first entry and the bestseller on the arnica gel on Amazon is called, I swear to God, it's called Penetrex.
Arnica gel?
Arnica, for bruising. That's the second time
Oh, I thought that was like an island, like
no, it's
there was
it's
a
the
prison island off the coast of San Francisco.
So I keep falling down and I keep talking about bruising, and both
And
at
she
least
recommended
twice,
Arnica gel.
and for the second time, and I'm like, oh, okay, hang on.
I don't know. It has a certain ring to it. No, camera's on the other side. There you go. Now you can see it right now. Well, I think maybe instead of calling my backing band the Growlers, maybe we should call it Penetrex. Ladies and gentlemen, Wolf Loescher and Penetrex.
Yeah.
So here, first of all, now that we've
it is the bestseller.
now that we've got the first song out of the way, we get to have our shot of vitamin T and greet each other in the manner of our people. Let me go ahead and tune this first. This next one was requested by Fergal Canton, a friend I made over in Ireland on our trip over there with the Piper Jones Band.
Wait, where did we meet Fergal? Fergal from Carrick Fergus? No,
It was at the Whiskey Bar.
Castle Fergus.
The Whiskey Bar, the Daily Whiskey Bar.
Oh, 2023.
Oh, was that 2023?
No.
No, this was the Piper Jones tour.
Yeah, this past. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I was thinking of. Why
I don't know if Fergal is on, but cheers to them.
Cheers.
And if you're interested in going to see...
Excuse me. I have to go find out.
Okay, all right. If you're interested in seeing Ireland for pennies a day, well, lots of pennies, but anyway, but going to see Ireland and hanging out with myself and E.J. Jones and Francis Cunningham, the Piper Jones Band, along with our host Tommy and Sandra O'Sullivan, then there's still a few seats left, I believe, on the 2024 tour. It's the second half of July. I believe it is. Anyway, all the information, there's a link right there on my homepage, rololoco.com. Find out all about it. We'd love to have you join us. It's a great time. It's a life-changing event, a once-in-a-lifetime trip. And we'll be doing songs like this next one that I heard played live for the first time when I got off the bus. But first, let's have our vitamin T and greet each other in the way of our people. 1, 2, 3, cheers. And now, in the manner of our people. 1, 2, 3. Ow! 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 All right. Now that that's over with. Good evening, Kyle Jocko. Good evening, Donica. And Kathleen Jackson. Paul Campbell. Excellent. All right. So here is a song from... Immigrant Songs album is a song I learned from the singing of Sean Keane, and it deals with the very first person off the boat at Ellis Island, a young lady from Cork, Ireland. She's 15 years old, and her name was Annie Moore. I did find out a little bit about her. Actually, I think my good friend Zena looked up and did a little Wikipedia search, and turns out that Annie Moore, her parents were already there, so she was there. She came over on the boat with her siblings, found her parents, had a very successful life, had I think 12 children. I think had 15 children, only 12 lived, something like that. And lived there, lived her entire life in New York City, and I think was buried in the Bronx, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Double check that again real quick. Hold on a second here before I get into this song. Anyway, this is for Fergal. Thanks for requesting this one, Fergal. Oh, and I need
Richard, did a delivery arrive at the house for Kathleen today? I hope.
All right. You want me to wait till he has a chance to answer?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
He'll text me.
Oh, well, yes, you could. So, here we go. It's called I Love Hope, I Love Tears. On the first day of January 1892, they opened Ellis Island and they let the people through. And the first to cross the threshold of that isle of hope and tears was Annie Moore from Ireland, who was all of 15 years. I love hope, I love tears, I love freedom, I love fears. But it's not the isle you left behind. That I love hunger, I love pain, isle you'll never see again. But the isle of home is always on your mind. In a little bag she carried all her past and history, and her dreams for the future in that land of liberty. And courage is a passport when your old world disappears. But there's no future in the past when you're just 15 years. I love hope, I love tears, I love freedom, I love fears. But it's not the isle you left behind. That I love hunger, I love pain, isle you'll never see again. But the isle of home is always on your mind. They closed down Ellis Island in 1943. 17 million people had come there for sanctuary. And in the springtime when I went there and I stepped upon its piers, I thought of how it must have been when you're just 15 years. I love hope, I love tears, I love freedom, I love fears. But it's not the isle you left behind. That I love hunger, I love pain, isle you'll never see again. But the isle of home is always on your mind. I love hope, I love tears, I love freedom, I love fears. But it's not the isle you left behind. I love hunger, I love pain, isle you'll never see again. But the isle of home is always on your mind. But the isle of home is always on your mind. We had 20 for a second there.
We had 21.
Woo!
And welcome, Jolene. Lee, hi, honey. Paul Campbell has tuned in since the last time we talked.
That's 21 only on Facebook. I don't know if we have it. My live number is hiding the number of people on other platforms, so I can't tell. So that was Isle of Hope for Fergal Canton. Next up,
and,
we have
Paul Campbell. Did I mention?
Oh, Paul.
From the Prime Meridian, because it's the best meridian time zone.
Yeah.
It's whatever time tonight. The Kennedys, Jess and Kevin are on. Hello,
Yay.
darlings. John Timaeus, I saw his name pop up, so I think he is with us this evening.
Excellent.
Pile of hope, pile of tears. The auto-generated subtitles. That's
Zena was laughing at that, the subtitles that were generated at, I think it was the All Good Cafe or something, or can't remember. No, it was the radio. I think it was the radio appearance. All right, moving on. Let's play one for...
I think that, speaking of the All Good Cafe, I think that the quote from the All Good Cafe, unheard by the audience on Facebook, was, she could get up there and fart the American... I can't even say it. Fart the American fight song. And it would be fine with me because I couldn't think of the words for national anthem. So all I came up with was American fight song.
Rah, rah, rah. Go team.
Sorry.
I'm not sure what that was.
I was farting the American fight song.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It was in a different key than I'm used to.
Which reminds me, hey, Katie, what you doing?
I'm making bubbles.
I'm blowing itches in the tub. I'm blowing bubbles with my bottom. Yeah, they'd really be embarrassed that that's what we're talking about.
Fortunately, they are not probably tuning in unless they're on unless they're on YouTube. So.
Well, they might be. In which case, I'm sorry I messed up my pronouns. It's hard for me to talk about past Katie and with they, them pronouns. Jess, Ken, I love you. You complete me. Did Bubbles enjoy it?
By the way, this one is for Taylor Cook and Mr. Doc Grouser. Living in a city of immigrants, I don't need to go traveling. I open my door and the world drops in. Living in a city of immigrants. Living in a city that never sleeps, my heart keeping time to 1,000 beats. Singing in languages I don't speak. Living in a city of immigrants. City of black, city of white, city of light, city of innocence, city of sweat, city of tears, city of prayers, city of immigrants. Living in a city where the dreams of men reach up to touch the sky and then tumble back down to the earth again. Living in a city that never quits. Living in a city where the streets are paved with good intentions and a people's faith. The sacred promise the statue made. Living in a city of immigrants. City of stone, city of steel, oh, city of wheels. Constantly spinning, whoa, city of bone, city of skin, yeah, city of pain, city of immigrants. All of us are immigrants.
Hi, Jamie.
Every daughter, every son, everyone is everyone. All of us are immigrants.
Your guitar dropped out?
Don't know why.
Okay.
Living in a city of immigrants. A river flows out and the sea rolls in, washing away nearly all of my sins. Living in a city of immigrants. City of black. City of white. Is it blocked out?
Yeah.
Oh. Dog stepped on it. I'm going to blame the dog. City of black. City of white. Oh, city of light. I'm living in a city of immigrants, city of sweat, city of tears, oh, city of prayers. I'm living in a city of immigrants, city of stone, city of steel, oh, city of will, constantly spinning, oh, city of bone. City of skin, city of pain, city of immigrants.
Hi. Yeah, so it definitely dropped out. Hi,
Okay.
Scott.
Because if the dog stepped on the pedal, then that might explain it. Or I might have stepped on it. I don't know.
A dog weighs like 6 pounds. I'm not really sure. If he threw himself at the pedal aggressively, maybe. Welcome, Kate, Scott. John Tomea says Twitch has the best sound, but Facebook has the chat, and that's why there are 24 of us.
Ding, ding. Thank you very much for spending your Saturday with me. By the way, this is the Saturday preceding Holy Day of St. Patrick's Day. Coming up next Sunday, I will be creating a special St. Patrick's Day playlist, including all of our musical friends.
Are you performing on St. Patrick's Day?
I am. I am playing on Saturday at a country club in Larkspur, and I'm playing on Sunday up at the Twisted Griffin.
Oh, okay.
Both of which I will stream.
Any of your pals with you?
Nope. They are making money elsewhere.
Oh, good.
Which is good for them. But yes, so so I've got gigs next Saturday for the Howl, so I'll try to be streaming it from the gig that I'm at. I know, I see that. That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for being here and sharing your Saturday with me, your time and attention, the most valuable commodity. Thank you so much. Here's another one from the Immigrant Songs album. This one was another request from Taylor Cook, who is prolific in her requests. But I'm always happy to, which is great, you know.
Awesome.
That's the whole point is, like, you know, nobody's going to buy the album if I never play the songs and people don't get used to them. Anyway, so here is a song by a Kansas City-based group called The Elders. And they will be playing, actually they played Denver at the very beginning of March. And but if you get a chance to see them, make sure you go out. You know, we were not.
We're in Dallas.
Go check them out.
You opened. No, you didn't. Yes, you did.
Yes. Playing with the Hounds of Finn.
Yes, and then they lost 2 members, died. So who are the father and son are still? I think that were when the Hounds of Finn opened for them at this, was it the State? What theater was that? There used to be the only good Mexican food that I ever had in Minnesota was in a theater that had a Mexican restaurant attached to it, where the Hounds of Finn with Wolf Lozier and Lojo Russo opened up for the Elders, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
I might have to post the video of you standing up, but yeah, that was a very good show. It was a lot of fun. I hope that theater's still there, Allison.
Me too. So, by request, as I said, one of my growlers has joined us, Mr. Kendall Rogers, who joined us at North Texas Irish Festival on Sunday. Look for more shenanigans with Mr. Kendall Rogers and I. I'm working on a few different little songs that I might be recording as little kind of side projects, and he hopefully will tolerate my presence and will help me out with those. But here's a song from the last album. This is about the special party they held when during the famine times when they would send family members across to America for opportunity and food, as well as security. And knowing that that was probably the last time they would see them, they held a wake, which is the kind of the death celebration, the party that you have when somebody dies, celebrating the life. You're still sad they're not there, but you also remember all the good stuff. In the words of the great Dr. Theodore Geisel, "Don't be sad that it's over, be glad that it happened," kind of thing. Anyway, this is a song about that. In the year of 47, a new tradition came home. From necessity came a brand new name for the hunger that stalked their bones. Well, they got their affairs in order and gathered their friends around. What was left of the food and the whiskey too was rounded up from this town. Well, they listened to the lies and the stories, a last chance to look 'em in the eye, like a walking corpse behind the horse, and you didn't even get to die. An American wake was all they had. They never went back to their native land. They left behind a place to stand with everything they could take. But first they had to face their American way. Well, the Brits all said it was written. The famine was willed by God. The Tory crimes of the London Times sent many to die in the fog. Well, some gave gifts for the journey, some only had tears and a prayer. An 11-week ride when they caught the tide, if they even lived halfway there. An American wake was all they had. They never went back to their native land. They left behind a place to stand with everything they could take. But first they had to face their American way. And a jig was danced, and one last chance for the father to face the son. As the keener wailed, they could count the sails in the rising of the sun. There were blessings and toasts, they buried old ghosts, and they drank to the now and then. As the minutes passed by, they tried to deny they would never see Ireland again. And an American wake was all they had. They never went back to their native land. They left to find a place to stand with everything they could take. But first they had to face their American wake was all they had. They never went back to their native land. They left to find a place to stand with everything they could take. But first they had to face their American way. Their American way. Their American way. Cha!
Here's a question. Haven't you played the Bayou Celtic Festival before?
Bayou Celtic Festival.
Or there was there also
I don't
used
think
to be
so.
a Seven Nations Celtic Festival in New Orleans.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and change, I guess.
Well, do you want to talk about the fact that you just got your resonator back and that they
Oh,
fixed?
yeah. So this is
you.
my Royal Resonator. Cut it back from Wood Songs. They put a pickup in it under here, and which is nice. And so I don't have this thing here that's not working very well for me. It sounds good to me acoustically now. Hopefully it sounds good out there. You're hearing a little bit of the room. You're hearing some of it through the mic, but you're mostly probably hearing it through the pickup. And I like it.
So does it do the sympathetic resonating hoo-ha thing? Okay, John Tomas, what's it called?
Oh, the wolfing.
Wolfing?
There's not as much space down here. It does some, but not bad.
Okay. I just want to tie ribbons on all of them.
You can tie a yellow ribbon on mine.
I don't want to tie a yellow one.
Right. We had another request. So that was the Immigrant Songs rock block. And this next one was a request that ties in with Immigrant Songs. It was actually an alternate selection for the Immigrant Songs album. Not one that I'm brushed up on, so I had to brush up right before coming on. So this may be a bit of a train wreck, but it was requested, and therefore I shall do it. Because that's part of the thing, the Golden Songbook. If there's a song in there and somebody sees it and requests it, I need to be able to play it. So if I'm not ready to play it, it shouldn't be in there. Keeps things interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But there was this wonderful when
Camp. Sorry, what?
Yes, us Gen Xers who grew up with TV for our babysitter and our teacher and our lover and all that.
We Gen Xers. Sorry, what?
I said we. What? I'm not a Gen Xer?
You said us.
Oh, sorry. You were grammatically correcting me. Okay, I was factually correct, grammatically incorrect. That's fine. I thought I was being factually incorrect.
No.
Because grammatically I can just chalk it up to jargon.
There you go.
And being my folksy charm.
Okay.
Anyway, there was this wonderful set of commercials where since people were doing so poorly in school and we weren't learning our basic stuff, they got what?
Craig Scotland.
Craig Scotland. Anyway, this is where I learned all my civics from and how this country is supposed to work, as well as math and pronouns. And
oh, yay.
But I haven't played this one, and I only kind of half worked it up, so it's a little rough. It's a very unusual song because it's written by professional songwriters. Like they got actually professional advertising people to write these wonderful songs to teach what is a noun, what's 6 times 7, and what is the Constitution, things like that. So this is a wonderful song, and I will try to do it justice. If I don't do it well, then I'll just
sing along, and everyone will be
sing along. Yeah,
by my
exactly.
Inability to carry a tune in a bucket. That's always that.
So this is. Let's roll the dice, shall we?
That's what she said.
This is for Doc Rouser. My grandfather came... Sorry, got the gender wrong at the beginning. We'd get that. My grandmother came from Russia, a satchel on her knee. My grandfather had his father's cap he brought from Italy. They heard about a country where life might let them win. They paid a fare to America and there they melted in. Lovely lady Liberty with her book of recipes, and the finest one she's got is Great American Melting Pot. Great American Melting Pot. America was founded by the English, but also the Germans, Dutch, and French. The principle still sticks. Our heritage is mixed, so now anyone can be the president. Unfortunately, you simply melt right in. It doesn't matter what your skin, it doesn't matter where you're from or your religion, you jump right in. The Great American Melting Pot. Great American Melting Pot. Ooh, what a stew, red, white, and blue. America was the new world, and Europe was the old. America was the land of hope, or so the legend told. The steamboats by the millions, and search of honest pay. Those 19th century immigrants sailed to reach the USA. The lovely Lady Liberty, with her book of recipes, found the only and the finest one she's got. It's Great American Melting Pot, the Great American Melting Pot. What good ingredients they brought the country's customs, their language and their ways. They filled the factories, tilled the soil, helped to build the USA. Go on and ask your grandma, hear what she has to tell. How great to be American and something else as well. Lovely Lady Liberty, with her book of recipes, and the finest one she's got. The Great American Melting Pot, the Great American Melting Pot, the Great American Melting Pot, the Great American Melting Pot.
Yay! The grousers were singing along.
I'm glad. So hopefully you couldn't hear me when I was I was doing the bottles anyway. So there was that one. So that was for Doc Grouser.
There's a lot in that one.
There is. There's a lot of like there's like there's
That's not
E
one you
minor
pick up
and
in an afternoon.
yeah. So
Like slip sliding away. I was like, oh my god, how'd you pick that up so fast?
anyway, but here's another
Oh, crap.
song, another
the
request.
Pito's is closed. The Parkway Theater still lives on.
Oh,
but that
okay.
Mexican
Oh, the
restaurant
Mexican one.
next door
Okay.
is closed. It was the only decent Mexican food in Minneapolis. I mean, it's been a while. Hey,
I'm glad that made you happy,
hi,
Doc.
Reed Thomas.
Hey, Reed Thomas.
And that made the browsers very happy, and I'm very happy.
So here's another one requested by the lovely Taylor Cook, and it's one that you can all sing along with, and it's one that I actually know, so that's good. And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat.
I was not prepared.
I would all together. Wow.
I wasn't ready.
Boat? Bottle? All right.
Give
That's a
girl-
mulligan. Everybody have a drink.
Give a girl some notice.
Everybody have a drink.
I was like, wait.
All right, here we go. And if I had a boat, go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, it's not that hard, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean. I'd sit me upon my pony on my boat. Now if I were Kendall Rogers, I'd sure enough be single. I couldn't bring myself to marry an old dame. It would just be me and Trigger. We go riding through them movies and we buy a boat and on the sea we'd sail. And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. We could all together go out on the ocean. I said we upon my pony on my boat. Now the mystery math man was smart. He got himself a Kendall, 'cause Kendall did the dirty work for free. But Kendall, he was smarter. One day he said, Kemosabe, kiss my ass, I bought a boat, I'm going out to sea. And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean. I said, me upon my pony on my boat.
Is it a boat or a ship? Sloop? A frigate?
If I were like lightning, I wouldn't need no sneakers.
Yeah, whisper it.
Come on, go. Whenever
This
I
verse
would
makes
be,
no sense.
I'd scare 'em by the shade tree, I'd scare 'em by the light pole. Would not scare my pony on my boat out on the sea. And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. We could all together go out on the ocean. I said, be upon my pony on my boat. And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. We could all together go out on the ocean. I said, be upon my pony on my boat. I said, be upon my pony on my boat. Kate Scott has joined us.
Kate Scott has been here.
Oh, well.
We know you're here, Kate. Just smile and nod.
Kate Scott has commented
several times
so that I could see it.
Yes.
So that was from Sheep's Clothing. This is the Sheep's Clothing rock block that we're in now. We're right in the middle. And this is a song by my very good friend, Miss...
Littlest Riga came barreling into the room the minute
Yay!
that started. Hello! Yay! For the mulligan or for the original? Or for the main one? Which means at least Ren, possibly CJ, and Littlest Riga are tuned in. Hurrah.
And the Rigas
Welcome, Riga.
are very much in our thoughts and in our hearts.
And oh, no, sorry. I'm going to get a spit take before tonight is over.
It's assuming we're wearing them.
That's true.
Anyway, we're coming up. We have the 9-month cycle of election here, which is going to be a bit trying, I know, but try to take that anger and turn it into something positive if you can. And find your agency, find your voice, make a difference, the little differences that you can, okay? And we'll get through this together, all right? All right. Hey, Kragers. Good to see you. How's your cantina doing? All right. Here we go. When the weeping willow grants you a place to grieve your loss, when the fire crested heather leaves her bones of shame, when the lonely worm turns silent in a pot of introspection, then you'll find your voice to reclaim. What?
Sorry.
What? Are you saying something?
I'm being clever, but apparently it was too distracting.
Okay.
Lowly worm in his apple car.
Yeah, oh, yes. I actually thought about that when I sang it was warming up on the song. I posted something about.
I saw that.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. I wanted to hear what you were saying because I assumed I needed to hear it.
No.
Okay. Love you.
Love you too. I'll be quiet. No, I won't.
When the weeping willow grants you a place to grieve your loss, when the fire crested heather sees your bones shame, when the lonely worm turns silent in a pot of introspection, then you'll find your voice to reclaim. For the weeping willow once lay choking with deadly blight, and the fire crested healer once lay frozen in snow. You too will overcome, though your journey will be hard, and you must take some fire when you go. Celebrate your anger and be baptized in your tears, for a wisdom lives within you, as only you can know. Prepare yourself for battle, you're polite into the storm, and you must take some fire when you go. When 1,000 fallen heroes turn against you in the dark, when your guardian angels here on earth turn a deaf ear toward your cries, when perform great miracles that no one seems to see. Your good intentions fall by the wayside. The icy thread is fragile in the endless winter night, and below its frozen surface lie the memories within. The water will still haunt you till you give it some release, as a wound must bleed to cleanse itself again. Celebrate your anger and be baptized in your tears, for a wisdom is within you, as only you can know. Prepare yourself for battle, give a light into the storm, and you must take some fire when you go. But the kindness of a stranger who sees you safely home, your fury will propel you to the freedom you desire. That spark that once eluded you now illuminates your smile, and it comes when you take fire. When the need for instant comfort leads you to the poison stream, as it strips you of your armor and lances you with pain, when the mask you wear of silence bears a stoic web of scars, and there are secrets you no longer can contain, when a phantom terror drains you, the life you never knew, when your spirit of survival is exhausted to the core, the sadness of unlearning lies behind your tired eyes, of one who's seen it all and then some more. Celebrate your anger and be baptized in your tears, for a wisdom is within you, as only you can know. Prepare yourself for battle and give a light into the storm, and you must take some fire when you go. Like the kindness of a stranger who sees you safely home, your fury will propel you to that freedom you desire. That spark that once eluded you illuminates your smile, and it comes when you take fire. It comes when you take fire. It comes when you take fire. All right, we're gonna stick to this one. By the way, I want to tell you a little about this thing. I played it last Howl that I was here at home. Played it at the North Texas Irish Festival. This is a Breedlove concertina guitar, so it's a kind of a wee guitar. No, but they're middle-sized as concert, and their big one is called concerto. So it's a thing. Anyway, but I managed to pick this up from a local guitar shop, and it's a steel-stringed guitar, and it has 6 strings. I took 2 of the strings off, and I took all the strings off technically, and I only put 4 back on, and they're nylon. Oh yeah, good luck, Lisa. Thanks for checking in. Great to see you just very briefly at North Texas Irish Festival. Always lovely to see you. Thanks for loaning me your husband. Okay. So, sorry? Your French slam?
No. I get one a week, not including NTIS. And I had my drink on Monday. No, what was dosed? I had my drink on
Wednesday.
I was like, this is me making a drink. Even though I don't drink.
Anyway, Take Some Fire was requested by Taylor Cook, as was this one. This is a song that our good friend Allison likes to call the bus song. And it's by Ellis Paul, and it's on the Sheep's Clothing album. My name is Robert Wilson. I'm from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I'm living out of a suitcase now for 14 days. I walked the boulevard in Hollywood. I caught a Vegas show that was no good. Met a dancer there, starred in a Broadway play. But it's a lonely world from this Greyhound. Leave me, been here 14 days. 3,000 miles, I come a long, long way. 3,000 miles. Now 21 is as good a guess as any age that I confess to. Let's just say I'm old enough to get away. Back in school I found the only written truth on bathroom stalls and telephone booths. I studied a while, but college got in my way. I've heard much more from the back of this Greyhound. Believe me, I've been here 14 days. 3,000 miles, I've come a long, long way. 3,000 miles. Have you seen? Well, the world outside is turning, and it's yours. We're here for the learning. People talk to themselves on Greyhounds, even the driver's trained to hear. And the same forgotten story, well, it fall on forgetfully. 3,000 miles, I come a long, long way. 3,000 miles. Down in Houston, I come this woman with 2 kids and a bottle of booze. And she cracked them both like match heads, never ventured too close to a fuse. And I sat with a girl from Boston, we were playing cards for cigarettes. I lost her name for the Super Game, and a face I will never forget. Never forget the view from these windows. Believe me, I've been here 14 days. 3,000 miles, come a long, long way. 3,000 miles. I've been here 14 days, yeah, yeah, yeah. I've gone a long, long way, yeah, yeah, yeah. 3,000 miles, 3,000
Are you okay?
Kinda.
What was that?
That was me trying to control how splashy it is. I need to tighten down the thing. It's too loud. But anyway, here is. So that was the sheep's clothing rock block.
Does anyone else keep accidentally scrolling into the next live? Because I'll try to scroll through the comments to make sure that I'm all the way through, and it's flipping into like.
Is that the naughty stream?
Living room or somebody else is live streaming, and like I scroll down to check that I want more comments, and it takes me. This person is just like, who is this person flipping in and out of my live stream every 10 seconds? Jamie says yes, thank you.
Hey, Jamie. So this next one is one of the few Scottish love songs that ends with a happy ending. And all it requires is a little bit of underage incest for it to happen, but that's all right.
Don't say the I word. They were not that cousinly, right? They were just cousins. I mean,
How do you think we got the Windsors? Anyway,
Wait, where's Alice and David O?
she was not going to be here tonight because she had she might be here later, but she had a previous engagement.
Oh yeah, I think she's having dinner with her parents. Oh, Mary Higgins was telling me that Alice and David O was complaining about also scrolling into the next live stream.
Don't cross the streams.
Repeatedly.
Really? That's in tune?
They were German. Who were German?
The Windsors. They were Saxe-Coburgs.
Yeah. Some of them were Nazis.
Anyway, sorry, it just makes me think of Blackadder and there may be pieces of apple peel floating down the Thames that would make better regions than you. Anyway, sorry. This is off the Losher Kenneth album that I did with Mr. Mark Kenneth. There were 420 nobles to do at the King's Hall. Bonnie Glenlogie was the foot of the mile. There were 99 nobles rode through Bantry Fair, and Bonnie Glenlogie was the foot of them there. There were 6 and 6 nobles rode through. There were 6 and 6 ladies at the King's Hall. Bonnie Gina Bethelny was the foot of them all. Soon come Jenny Gordon, she comes tripping down the stairs. She chose in Glenlogie from all that was there. Sing Glenlogie, you look so kind, my love is laid upon you. Now I've told you my mind. He's turned around lightly at the Gordon's desire, saying I'm sorry, Jenny Gordon, I'm promised to walk. Got for the maidens, brought the mackerel bed, with ribbons and the napkins to tie up her head. And up spake the father, and a wise man was he, saying, I'll wed you to Dunfermline, he's mager than he. Had you done the father, with this man a be, can I get me Glenlogie, or to him will I be. Then her father's ain't chaplain, he's a man of great skill. He wrote a broad letter, and it died, it did the wheel, saying a box on your logie. Since it is so, a lady's love laid on you, must she die in her woe? A pox on your logie, and since it is time, my lady's love's laid on you, must she die in her pride? Logie got the letter, him being amongst men. It's upspoken Logie, what does this young woman mean? When first he read the letter, a right laugh could he, yeah, but there he read all it. Oh, a tear blent is he, saying, oh, saddle me the black horse, saddle me the broom. Bonnie Gina Bethelny will be deed ere I win. But the horses weren't a saddle, nor laid upon the green, till Bonnie Glenlogie was 12 miles his line. It was pale and wan was she when Glenlogie came in. It's red and rosy gushy when she cat it was him. Where lies your pain, lady, as it lie in your side? Where lies your pain, lady, as it lie in your heed? Ah, no, Glenlogie, you're fair from the pear, the pain I lie under. It lies in my pants. Well, turn around, Jenny Gordon, turn around on your side, and I'll play the bridegroom if you'll play the bride. Woo! he's got to marry. The talker's been told Bonnie Jean of Bethany was scarce 16 years old. Bethany, oh Bethany, shine where you stand, and the heather bells around you shine all 5 E's land. Bethany, oh Bethany, shine where you stand, and the heather bells around you shine all 5 E's land.
Oh, do that again. I like that.
All right. Now we're moving on to, I think this is the, well, it's not really, this is the first 2 albums, the Mishmash. But Taylor Cook also requested this one.
Can we skip ahead?
2?
Fiery Skies.
Can, if you want to. Yep. Fiery Skies, requested by Kate Scott.
And me.
And you. Okay. Stand by. There we go. This is a song written by my friend Spencer Franklin. I was in a band with him called Trees Like These. And he's an excellent songwriter.
That was one of my most
And a good
favorite
and
albums.
all around good guy. Good egg. And he went to see Ed Miller once at the Cactus Cafe and got drunk on Shinerbach and was inspired to write a Celtic love song. And this is what came out.
There you go. And probably it was raining.
Huh?
I said, and it was probably raining.
Yep. All right. Hopefully the balance of the vocals and the instruments and stuff is good. If it's not, please make a comment and I will adjust as necessary.
Do you want me to go to the other room and put my earbuds in?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, here's this for Kate Scott and My Lovely Bride.
And for Craig.
And for Craig? Not for Craig so much. Maybe just a little bit.
Oh, poor Craig.
Hey, he has a whole cantina named after him. Spent a long time waiting for the storm, and when it came, she was beautiful. Her hair in winter ribbons around her face. She laughed in the rain and sang under fiery sky. So wrap her in the finest gauze and try to hide the subtle flaws of spring like hope eternal from her rainy lips and shining eyes. Did not try to stay her with the finger of your hand. When the clouds are drawn away by the morning. Spent a long time waiting for her hand, and when she grabbed it, he kissed her solemnly and went to book their passage to a far-off land where their fortunes lie waiting under fiery skies. So wrap her in the finest gauze and try to hide the subtle flaws that spring like hope eternal from her rainy lips and shining eyes. Do not try to stay her with the finger of your hand, or the clouds are drawn away by the morning. spent a long life working in the sun. And when the evening came, he wrapped his arms around her head and laid him down beside him in the warm September. And they laughed as the shadows moved across the fiery skies. So wrap her in the finest veil, though the roses turn to pale, and spring no longer blossoms in her rainy lips and shining eyes. You're gonna have to stare with the finger of your hand, for the clouds are drawn away by the morning. For the clouds are drawn away by the morning.
I want to tell you a story.
Okay.
Hang on. I have to do this. Nope. I have to do this. Nope. All right. Counterclockwise.
Yep.
All right.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, so a cool story from Paul Campbell. Also, we still have 20.
Yeah, we've been cruising at above 20.
Yay.
Thank you so much for being here on a Saturday night. Thank you all.
Yeah, we love that you're spending time with us. So, 84-year-old Miss Mary Houlihan and 60-year-old Miss Mary Larkin met. Sisters, but they met for the very first time in 1956 after the older sister returned to Ireland for the first time in 62 years. So one of them left and before her little sister was born, and they never met until she came back. And those are Paul's great aunts.
Oh, that's awesome. That's very cool. I love the
Aunts
stories.
of his maternal grandmother.
That's great.
I thought that was awesome. Very cool.
Well, here's
story.
a song that has absolutely nothing to do with that.
Okay, but
this
thank
is
you for Fiery
yeah.
Skies, because I do
Oh.
love that song.
As do I. And do I also love you.
I love you.
This is the very first song I ever wrote. It's about the universal feelings of being in a pipe band in Austin, Texas in the early 90s. And it goes a little something like this. Another day on the thin red line between the present and the past. My feet they hurt, my shoulder is numb, but they say this too shall pass, like a kidney stone. The women they blush, the old men cry, and the children they run away. The dog starts howling somewhere down the street as the pipe begin to play Amazing Grace. Again, old lang syne, my friend, and the world never ends. Well, you know, come back again. Well, I started out young, I practiced real hard to try to make the grade. Now I'm older, all I'm thinking about is getting through this damn parade. Yet still I return again and again, though the novelty has died. Is it the gizmo or the leather or the lukewarm beer, or something deeper down inside like Amazing Grace? Again, old lang syne, my friend, and the world never ends. Well, you know, come back again. Take it, me. Through endless competitions and Highland games, the songs remain the same. The tartan and the shortbread and the single malt and the Mac before the name. Mighty influential for a backwards place on the edge of the third world. Strange how everyone becomes a Scot when the pipes begin to stir to amazing grace. Again, old Lang Syne, my friend, and the road it never ends. Well, you know, come back again. We won't win many prizes for deportment. When all is said and done, I become my best self when I'm strapping on that drum. So we'll put up with the jokes and the hateful stares, for there's noise that would curdle stones. Land by the right, and we're heroes again as the pipes kick in the drones to amazing grace. Again, old Lang Syne, my friend, and the road never ends. Well, you know, come back again. Again, old Lang Syne, my friend, and the road never ends. Well, you know, come back again. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Let's see, a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see. Was blind, but now I see.
Yay! Thank you. I
Guess who
got distracted on the sideline talking about how I hate living so far from my sister.
Quarter for your sister.
And Mary and Sheila have not lived more than 30 miles from each other, which is pretty cool.
That's why they're the hey guy.
That's right.
And you're not the Kilowai.
Well, also, that's not my last name anymore.
Well, there's that too.
I mean,
So, guess who requested this one?
is it Taylor?
It is.
Wow.
And it's from...
I asked Wolf, I was like, are you going to play all of those for Taylor? He's like, of course I am. Like, well, good on you.
Yep. How long have we been going? Let's see, about an hour and 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
We're only halfway through. I need to talk less. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm getting sleepy.
what?
I'm getting sleepy. It's 10:30. I don't know how Jess is up.
I'll wake you up. So this is a song by the late great Davy Steele, who was in the Battlefield Band and Clan Kolbeg and Clan Alba and other great bands. Wonderful singer-songwriter, wonderful guy. And but he wrote this song for his uncle and his father, both of who were in the 51st Highland Division that was sent over as part of the British Expeditionary Force to invade Europe and push back the Nazi menace, and they would be in Berlin by Christmas drinking tea and crumpets. Well, drinking tea, eating crumpets. Anyway, but it was not to be. Spoilers. I'm going to try not to do all my hour-long introductions tonight. So
It is like a 7-minute song, so maybe cut the introduction down a little.
It was in 1940, the last days of spring. We were sent to the Maginot Line, a fortress in France built to halt the advance of an army from a different time. We were soon overrun, outthought and outgunned, and pushed farther back every day. but we never believed High Command would just leave us, so we fought every step all the way, till the 51st Highlanders found themselves back on the banks of the Somme one more time. It still bore the scars of that war to end the wars, the old soldiers' scars deep in their minds. But we couldn't stay long, for the panzers rolled on, and the battle raged west towards the sea. Then on June the 10th, when sapped of all strength, we entered St. Valerie. And all I recall is the last boat leaving, my brother on board, waving and calling to me. And the jocks stranded there, with their hands in the air, on the beaches of St. Valerie. So I huddled all night in a hammered old house, as the shells and the bullets rained down, till just before dawn our hopes were still strong, for we moved to the beach from the town. But the boat that had left on the day we'd arrived was the only one we'd ever see. Without ammo or food, we had done all we could, so we surrendered at St. Valerie. And all I recall is the last boat leaving, my brother on board, waving and calling to me. And the jocks stranded there, with their hands in the air, on the beaches of St. Valerie. And when I returned at the end of the war from a stalag where I'd been confined, I read of the battles the Allies had fought, Stalingrad, Alamein, and the Rhine. And with pride in their hearts, people spoke of Dunkirk, where defeat had become victory. But nobody mentioned the Highland Division. They never heard of St. Valerie. No stories, no statues for those who were killed, no honors for those that were caught. Just a deep sense of shame, as though we were to blame, though I knew in my heart we were not. So I moved to a country I've come to call home, though my homeland is far o'er the sea. I will never return, while my memories still burn on the beaches of St. Valerie. And all I recall is the last boat leaving, my brother on board, waving and calling to me. And the jocks stranded there, with their hands in the air, on the beaches of St. Valerie. So we've officially reached
Halfway?
almost halfway.
Okay. So Des and Kevin were like, good night, everybody. Okay, good night. And then Des is like, except after Beaches of St. Valley, then good night. So good night, Jess
All
and
right,
Kevin, if they haven't gone already.
This one was, I have 2 requests on this one, or at least a request and a second motion. Taylor Cook and Kimberly Grouser. And this is the time where you get all your sticky drinks with umbrellas and plastic monkeys on the side. And this is all about that.
Oh, yay. Love you too, Kennedy. Yes. Yes, well.
All boat drinks. Boys in
Mike
the band
Hancock,
ordered
love
boat
you,
drinks. Visit a scored on the
Hey,
home
Marty
rink.
Smith. Hi, bud.
Everything seems to be wrong.
Just in time for boat
Lately, the newspapers mention cheap airfare. I've got a flight to St. somewhere. I'm close to bodily harm. 20 degrees and the hockey game's on. Nobody cares 'cause they're way too far. I'm streaming boat drinks, something to keep them all warm. This morning, I shot 6 holes in my freezer. I think I got cabin fever. Somebody sound the alarm. I like to go at the pace of life slow. Won't you be me somewhere, Mr. Scott? Any old place on earth or in space. You pick the century and I'll pick the spot. Oh, I know I should be leaving this climate. I got a verse but can't rhyme it. I gotta go where it's warm. Oh, more drinks. Waitress, I need 2 more boat drinks. Then I'm heading south for my drink sinks. I gotta go where it's warm. I gotta go where it's warm. I gotta go where it's warm. I gotta go where there ain't any snow, where there ain't any blow, 'cause my plan's sinking low. I gotta go where it's warm. Cha-cha-cha. That's right, we're right in the middle, smack in the middle of a Jimmy Buffett, Sir James Buffett rock block. Sure like playing this guitar. They're in the whole time.
Do you want to tell your stories?
A little later. We're trying to skip the stories for now.
Oh, okay.
Stick around for a story. So,
Well, I love that.
this was only Taylor Cook. Me.
I don't know what song it is, but I'm requesting it.
Cakes in the kitchen, cakes on the street, strutting naked through the crosswalk in the middle of the week. Half-baked cookies in the oven, half-baked people on the bus. There's a little bit of fruitcake left in every one of us. Sorry. Carry on.
What are you doing?
I was out in California, where I hear they have it all. They got riots, fires, and mudslides. They got sushi in the mall, glitch in the matrix, water bars, brontosaurs, Chinese modern lust. Shake and bake life with the quake, the secrets in the crust. Oh, cakes in the kitchen, cakes on the street, strutting naked through the crosswalk in the middle of the week. Half-baked cookies in the oven, half-baked people on the bus. There's a little bit of fruitcake left in every one of us. We lost our Martian rocket ship. The high-paid spokesman said, looks like that silly rocket ship had lost its cone-shaped head. We spent $90 jillion, it was worth it, trying to get a look at Mars. I hear universal laughter ringing out among the stars. Cakes in the galaxy, fruitcakes on the earth, strutting naked towards eternity. We've been that way since birth. Half-baked cookies in the oven, half-baked cookies on the bus. There's a little bit of fruitcake left in every one of us. Where is the church? Who took the steeple? Religion's in the hands of some crazy-ass people. Television preachers with bad hair and dimples. The God's honest truth, it's not that simple. It's the Buddhist in you, it's the pagan in me, it's the Muslim in him. She's Catholic, ain't she? It's the born-again look, it's the wasp and the Jew. Tell me what's going on, I ain't got a clue. Oh, fruitcakes in the kitchen, no fruitcakes on the street, strutting naked through the crosswalk in the middle of the week. Half-baked cookies in the oven, half-baked people on the bus. There's a little bit of fruitcake left in every one of us. She said, you gotta do your fair share. Now cough up half the rent. I treat my body like a temple. You treat yours like a tent. But the right word at the right time may get me a little hug. That's the difference between a lightning and a harmless lightning bug. Fruitcakes in the kitchen, no fruitcakes on the street, strutting naked through the crosswalk in the middle of the week. Half-baked cookies in the oven, half-baked people on a bus. There's a little bit of fruitcake left in every one of us. The new millennium ain't so new now. That's science fiction fact. Stanley Kubrick and his buddy Hal. Now don't look that abstract. So I'll put on my Bob Marley tape and practice what I preach. Get ya lost in the reggae, man, as I walk along the beach. Stay in touch with my insanity. Really is the only way. It's a jungle out there, kiddies. Have a very fruitful day. Oh, fruitcakes in the kitchen, fruitcakes on the street, strutting naked through the crosswalk in the middle of the week. Half-baked cookies in the oven, half-baked people on a bus. There's a little bit of fruitcake left in every one of us. There's a little bit of fruitcake left in every one of us. Thank you. I haven't scared him away yet. We're catching our second wind now.
We are catching as a banana wind, which is the name of the Jimmy Buffett album that's off of. I think Fruitcakes is off of the Banana Wind album. But anyway, Kathleen had to go to bed. Good night, darling. I'm not sure if Richard...
Is Allison Madsen here?
Yes.
Because this is the Allison Madsen rock block. This is the...
Hey, hi, Marty.
Huh?
Marty Smith.
Oh, Marty Smith is here.
Mizuki.
Don't you have someplace to be?
Extraordinaire.
Marty joined us as part of the Growlers at the
ETF
last week. It was a lot of fun. Do that again soon. Anyway, here's a song.
He has some fans. He's
he
quite
does.
pretty.
He is.
He's very pretty. He's single, ladies, or at least I think he is.
I don't
know what that was.
Well, it had the appropriate effect. So.
And what I have to say to you is, when they try to blow in their trunks and the other elephants go
snorky.
Snorky.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if I've ever actually performed this song on the Howl or not, so it may be a ding for that. But
he is indeed single, ladies. Keep that in mind.
But this
not
is
looking. That's the best time. It's when they come flying out of left field.
These are two songs related to Levon.
And also Xena. Hello, darling.
Oh, Xena as well. Wow.
Oh, Gail Scott. Hi, sweet pea.
Who?
Gail Scott.
Gail Scott. Oh, excellent. It was lovely to see you and your progeny at
No, well,
NTA. Step progeny?
I think they're engaged, but yes.
Either way. This is a song, as I said, I may or may not have ever performed on the Howl. I would like a preemptive ding for that. But when we lost Robbie Robertson of the band back in, I think it was the summer last year. I did play this one? Well, hopefully I'll play it better this time. Anyway, but this was requested by Allison Madsen, and this is one of those ones that it's in the Golden Songbook, but like I hadn't really worked it out, so like this is me putting my money where my mouth is. So let's see how it goes.
I have a different idea about putting something where your mouth is. Sorry.
Behave.
What are we doing?
I'm just switching guitar.
What about the ukuleles feeling neglected? The banjo, on the other hand, doesn't want you to come anywhere near it.
Well, that's why it's over there out of reach. Since it was demoted. It was voted down. It was voted off the island. Anyway, this seems like the right instrument for this song. So, if you know it, please sing along and sing along loud enough to drown me out. Okay. Good. All right. Virgil Kane is my name, and I served on the Danville train till Stoneman's cavalry came and tore up the tracks again. In the winter of '65, we were hungry, just barely alive. By the May 10th, Richmond had fell. It's a time I remember oh so well. And the night they drove old Dixie down, and all the bells were ringing in the night. They drove old Dixie down, and all the people were singing. They went na 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 na. Back with my wife in Tennessee, when one day she called to me, Virgil, quick, come and see. There goes Robert E. Lee. Now I don't mind chopping wood, and I don't care if the money's no good. You take what you need and you leave the rest, but they should never have taken the very best. The night they drove old Dixie down, and the bells were ringing, and the night they drove old Dixie down, and all the people were singing. They went na 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 na. Like my father before me, I will work the land. Like my brother above me, who took a rebel stand. He was just 18, proud and brave, when a Yankee laid him in his grave. I swear by the mud below my feet, you can't raise a cane back up when he's in defeat. The night they drove old Dixie down, and all the bells were ringing. The night they drove old Dixie down, and all the people were singing. They went na 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 na. Thank you.
It just sort of ended abruptly, but
Well, I was supposed to do a double chorus there at the end, and I forgot. So.
okay.
But consider it.
4-hour nap today. Sorry. Marty had a 4-hour nap today.
Good.
Let's all
How was the
celebrate
dismount?
that. He made a few mistakes, and that Russian judge just never gives him a very high score. But overall, it's good enough to get him into the semifinals.
Napmaste. The napper in me sees the napper in you. I also got a nap today. It was only about an hour long, and I don't think I actually got to sleep.
You were downstairs in the dark room.
In a dark room, and there was lots of thumping going on.
I was not thumping.
Somebody was thumping. Not that woke me up. I never really got to sleep.
What could I possibly? I wasn't vacuuming. I left all of those things to not do while you were napping.
All right, let's try this. So, again, for Allison Madsen. I wonder if I should try. That's risky.
So, autocorrect doesn't understand Craig's Scottish typing, and it corrected earbud to Barbuda. So he took his Barbuda out of his ear. I'm like, what is even happening?
All right, we're gonna make an executive decision and play this a step lower than I usually do.
Oh, okay.
Just
hey,
because.
Rick Cunningham, thanks for joining.
Hey, Rick, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Play along if you want. We're playing in the key of F. No, G. It's G4. You sunk my battleship. G3, actually.
Miss.
Come on, you can do it.
If you tune it anymore, it's going to drop below 20.
There we go. All right. Again, for our good friend Allison Madsen, ATL.
I love this song.
Levon wears his war wound like a crown. He calls his child Jesus, 'cause he likes the name, and he sends him to the finest schools in town. Levon likes his money. He makes a lot, they say. Spends his days counting in a garage by the motorway. He was born a pauper to a pawn on a Christmas day, when the New York Times said God is dead and the war's begun. Oh, Sandy Tosvig has a son today. And he shall believe on, and he shall be a good man, and he shall believe on in tradition with the family plan, and he shall believe on, and he shall be a good man. He shall believe on. Levon sells cartoon balloons in town. His family business thrives. Sorry. And Jesus blows up balloons all day. Sits on the porch swing watching them fly. And Jesus, he wants to go to Venus. Leave Levon far behind. Take a balloon and go sailing, while Levon slowly dies. He was born a pauper to a pawn on a Christmas day, when the New York Times said God is dead and the war's begun. Sandy Tosvig has a son today. And he shall believe on, and he shall be a good man, and he shall be a leave on, in tradition with the family plan. Woo! And he shall be leave on, and he shall be a good man. He shall be leave on. Oh, shit. Oh, well, just this next one is another request. If the Grousers are still here...
They are.
Oh, I will do it.
Oh, no.
But if they're not still here, then I will skip it, because it's really complicated.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if they are still here. Doc?
So Doc, tell me you're not here.
No. I thought you were mispronouncing growlers because
No.
Xena and Marty are still here.
No, while I'm waiting to see if I have to do that really hard song, darn it. Oh, well, no, that's Kimberly is still there. Is Doc still there? Because Doc is the one requested it. It's a Doc request. And I think it was a challenge. He was calling me on my bullshit. Hey, Bear, how you doing? So we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to skip it until we hear Doc chime in. And I'll do it on a different howl, just it's not as well prepared. It's a Rush song.
Okay, definitely save it.
So we're going to do a song from Marnie Cullen, who requested this one that I...
She had a week.
Yeah, she had a week.
Quite a week.
So we're going to do this...
Did anybody have like an awesome week?
No, I don't believe Doc is here. He's making martinis. Until my Doc just pronounces his presence in person.
No,
Let's get big.
desperately needing.
I did another one for him. I did the Great American Melting Pot for him. So I'll do Rush next week.
Paul Campbell, get some sleep.
Anyway, so this one is a song I learned from Tom Lewis, and it's for Marnie Cullen.
Never rush a Rush song.
Yeah.
Per Craig Scotland. Turns out my mic was off for all of that. So
Well, there you go.
sorry, everyone.
You could just leave it on.
I could. But I sing along and I don't want the mic on when I'm singing.
Okay.
Rush. No, next week is St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
So
St. Patrick's
Rush
Day
will
next
be
week, so there will be
weekend
no.
after next.
Yeah, it's they're not even from Ireland, so.
Although his mom, where's his mom from? Because his name is Gary, and she can't pronounce Gary. She says Getty. Getty.
Right.
She must be Scots. Anyway,
No.
so calls him Getty. Getty Lee.
You know about Geddy Lee's parents?
No.
They were both in concentration camps.
No,
they were
I did
Jewish.
not know that.
Yeah. He has a new, very good biography
Wait, so
out called My Effin' Life, and it talks about him and him being the child of survivors of the Holocaust.
fascinating.
Yep.
I bet. Have you read it?
I have not.
Um,
Apparently, Doc is crying now. We'll need more than one martini. Well, make one for me too, sir, while you're at it. Okay. So anyway, here's a song for Marnie Cullen.
and not for Doc. Sorry,
Not
baby.
for Doc. This dirty town has been my home since last time I was sailing. But I'll not stay another day. I'd sooner go a-whaling. Here's your part. Oh, Lord above, send down a dove with wings as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. Paid off me score, and then ashore me money soon was flying, with Judy Lee upon my knee and in my ear a lion. Oh, Lord above, send down a dove with wings as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. With me newfound friends, me money spends just as fast as winking. But when I make to clear the slate, the landlord says, keep drinking. Oh, Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. With me money gone, and me clothes in pawn, and Judy said for leaving, 6 months of pay's gone in 2 days. But Judy isn't grieving. Oh, Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. When the crimp comes round, I'll take his pound, and his hand I'll be shaking. Tomorrow morn head for the Horn, just as the dawn is breaking. Oh, Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. So for one last trip from port I'll ship, but next time back I'm swearing I'll settle down in my hometown. No more I'll go seafaring. Oh, Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. Oh, Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. Oop. Hey, Rick. Hey, Gypsy as well.
Hey. All right. Love you all, and I'm going to bed. It's 9 o'clock.
She's a pumpkin.
I am indeed.
And we are on number 18.
And hour number 2.
Of 26 total. I don't know if I'll get to all 26, but anyway, we'll continue until I fall over, until I need another drink, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, Zena Lee, any of these, that's a nice way of demoing some of this material that I do. Anything you like that you think would be good growler material, let me know. So, here we go. Here's a song about my two favorite things, hookers and motorcycles. Says Red Molly to Jane, it's a fine motorbike, and a girl could feel special on any such line. Says James to Red Molly, my hat's off to you, as a Vincent back lightning 1952. And I've seen you on corners and cafes, it seems, red hair and black leather, my favorite color schemes. He put on behind and down to Box Hill they did ride. Says James to Red Molly, here's the ring for your right hand. I'll tell you in earnest, I'm a dangerous man. Where I fought with the law since I was 17. I've robbed many a man to get my Vincent machine. Now I'm 21 years and I might make 22. and I don't mind dying, but for the love of you. And if fate should break my stride, and I'll give you my Vincent to ride. Hey. Come down, Red Money, call Sergeant McCree. They've taken young James 80 for armed robbery. Shotgun blast to his chest, left nothing inside. Come down, Red Molly, to his dying bedside. She came to the hospital, there wasn't much left. He was running out of road, he was running out of breath. But he smiled to see her cry. Said, I'll give you my Vincent to ride. Said James, in my opinion, there's nothing in this world beats a 22 Vincent and a red-headed girl. Down orphans and Indians and Greaves won't do. They just don't have the soul like a Vincent 52. Well, he reached for her hand and he slipped her the keys. He said, I've got no further use for these. I see angels on aerials in leather and chrome, swooping down from heaven to carry me home. And he gave her one last kiss and died. And he gave her his Vincent to ride. This is a new verse added by Julie Biddle. Come down, young James, said Red Molly. It's your 17th year. There's breakfast on the table and a story you should hear. I'll tell you of your father's last night in this world. Before I was your mother, I was just a red-headed girl. And he wasn't no saint, and he died just how he lived. But he had one precious treasure in this life to give. And she took young James outside. And she gave him his father's Vincent to ride. All right, that was for, who requested that one? Jim Proctor requested that one, so thank you, Jim, for requesting that one. And where one Vincent goes, another one follows. This one was requested by Kimberly Grouser, so. Kimberly being the cuter of the two Grousers, she gets all her requests, played. Unlucky for Doc. Of course, Doc did request a Rush song, so I feel justified. Anyway, but it's a Don McLean song. It is the Vincent Rock Block, exactly. Kimberly, you took the words right out of my mouth. Anyway, let's see if I remember how to play this one. All right. Helps if you turn off the tuner. Here we go. So. Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hills, sketch the trees and the daffodils. Catch a breeze and the winter chills in colors on the snowy linen land. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night, flaming flowers that brightly blaze, swirling clouds in a violent haze, reflect in Vincent's eyes of china blue. Colors changing hue, morning fields of amber grain, weathered faces lined in pain are soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Or they could not love you, still your love was true. And when no hope was left in sight, on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers oftentimes do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night, portraits hung on empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world but can't forget. Like strangers that we met, ragged men in their ragged clothes, a silver thorn, a bloody rose, lie crushed and broken on the virgin snow. Now I think I know what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they're not listening still. Perhaps they never will. That's our Vincent rock block. All right, in keeping with that, with the great epic literary and artistic endeavors of our time, I'd like to do this one for you. Make sure I'm in the right key change here. All aboard. crazy, but that's how it goes. Millions of people living as foes. Maybe it's not too late to learn how to love and forget how to hate. Mental wounds not healing, life's a bitter shame. I'm going off the rails, the crazy train. I'm going off the rails, the crazy train. I've listened to preachers, I've listened to fools, I've watched all the dropouts who make their own rules. One person conditioned to rule and control. The media sells it, and you live the role. Mental wounds not healing, life's a bitter shame. I'm going off the rails, a crazy train. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I know that things are going wrong for me. You gotta listen to my words. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Heirs of the Cold War, that's what we become. Inherited troubles are mentally numb. Crazy, I just cannot bear. I'm living with something that just isn't fair. Mental wounds not healing, life's a bitter shame. I'm going off the rails, a crazy train. I'm going off the rails, a crazy train. Again, Kimberly Grouser. You asked for it, you got it. All right. Skipping on to another, some different unpleasantness. All right. Anyway, it just gets weirder. Just trust me. So here is the patron saint of Colorado for you. Here, this is off of the Sheep's Clothing album. It technically should have been earlier in the Sheep's Clothing rock block, but I forgot. P.S. By this point in the show, we've been going on for what, like two and a quarter hours. I can't feel my ass anymore. So, luckily I have people for that. Yes, I still have the telly tenor. Rick Cunningham. I still have that. I like it very much. It's just not generally as appropriate. I need to get a full rock band so I can start playing it again. But it sure is fun to play. Anyway. Silently, the morning mist is lying on the water, captive moonlight waiting for the dawn. Softly, like a baby's breath, a breeze begins to whisper, the sun is coming, quick, you must be gone. Smiling like a superstar, the morning comes in singing, promise of another sunny day. And all the flowers open up to gather in the sunshine. I do believe that summer's here to stay. Do you care what's happening around you? Do your senses know the changes when they come? Can you see yourselves reflected in the season? Can you understand the need to carry on? Riding on the tapestry of all there is to see, so many ways to know so many things. Rejoicing in the differences, there's no one just like me, yet as different as we are, we're still the same. And oh, I love the light within me. I feel the part of everything I see. I know I love the life around me. A part of everything is here in me. A part of everything is here in me. A part of everything is here in me. So that was another Taylor Cook request. Then we have another Allison Madsen request, a monetary request here. I'm going to roll right into it. Please sing along if you know it. And if you don't, just mumble from your diaphragm. Okay. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you a house. I would buy you a house. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you furniture for your house, maybe a nice Chesterfield or an ottoman. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you a Cape car, a nice Reliant automobile. If I had $1 million, I'd buy your love. If I had $1 million, I'd build a tree fort in our yard. If I had $1 million, I could help it, it wouldn't be that hard. If I had $1 million, maybe we could put a tiny little fridge in there somewhere. We could put really nice tequila in there and keep it chilled just for Wolf. If I had $1 million, $1,000,000, if I had $1,000,000, I'd buy you a fur coat, but not a real fur coat, that's cruel. If I had $1,000,000, if I had $1,000,000, well, I'd buy you a Scottish pet, yep, like a haggis or a sporran. If I had $1,000,000, if I had $1,000,000, well, I'd buy you Wolf's new album, Immigrant Songs. It's available right now on Bandcamp. If I had $1,000,000, I'd buy your love. If I had $1,000,000, wouldn't have to walk to the store. If I had $1,000,000, we'd take a limousine 'cause it costs more. If I had $1,000,000, we wouldn't have to drink cheap tequila, but we probably would. If I had $1,000,000, if I had $1,000,000, if I buy you some green dress, not a real green dress 'cause that's cruel. If I had $1,000,000, if I had $1,000,000, well, I'd buy you some art, a Van Gogh or Garfunkel. If I had $1,000,000, if I had $1,000,000, well, I'd buy you a monkey. Haven't you always wanted a monkey? If I had $1,000,000, I'd buy your love. If I had $1,000,000, 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 I'd spend it on guitars. All right. Oh, here's an a cappella one. I've been doing really good on pacing myself through this drink all night. All right. Yes, I'll save your request, Sheila. I think you were the one who requested. No, wait, hold on. Yeah, Sheila, I wasn't going to get to your request. It came in after the deadline, but I will do it next week. As soon as I remember what it is, I'll go back. Mary Higgins, also, I have a request for you coming up, but if you can't stick around, then I will maybe not do it. Bandit Queen's on the list. Anyway, we're down to only 3 left. So there's 3 left for those of you who are pacing yourselves, unlike myself. All right, so here is another request from Taylor Cook, and I did this one with my good friend Kathleen at the All Good Cafe, and then we did it again at Enchiladas, impromptu, after a very large margarita as big as my head, and so I can't qualify for the sound quality or the performance quality, but it's there on the. There was a, but there's a video of it out there somewhere. Anyway, this is a Susan Werner song. I know I'm going through a little bit of a time right now, and I know that our good friend Chris Riga is going through some time, CJ, and other people are dealing with things. Everybody's dealing with something. And the important thing is to remember that this too shall pass. Perhaps it shall pass like a kidney stone, but it will pass. And we're all here for you. We're all together. Hold fast, all right? And this is a song I recorded with the Sweet Colleens. May I suggest to you, may I suggest this is the best part of your life. May I suggest this time is blessed for you. This time is blessed and shining almost blinding bright. Just turn your head and you'll begin to see the 1,000 reasons that were just beyond your sight. The reasons why I suggest to you, Why I suggest this is the best part of your life. There is a world that's been addressed to you, intended only for your eyes. A secret world, a treasure chest to you, of private scenes and brilliant dreams that mesmerize. A tender lover's smile, a tiny baby's hands, the million stars that fill the turning sky at night. Oh, I suggest to you, oh, I suggest this is the best part of your life. There is a hope that's been expressed in you, the hope of 7 generations, maybe more. This is the faith that they invest in you. It's that you'll do one better than was done before. Inside you know, inside you understand, inside you know what's yours to finally set right. And I suggest to you, and I suggest this is the best part of your life. This is a song, comes from the west to you, comes from the west, comes from the slowly setting sun. This is a song with a request of you, to see how very short the endless days will run. And when they're gone, and when the dark descends, we'd give anything for one more hour of light. And I suggest to you, and I suggest this is the best part of your life. Whew. All right, we've got 2 more, and then we're going to wrap it up because I can no longer feel my posterior, as I was saying. This is a song that was requested by a couple people, Taylor Cook and Fergal Canton again. Round this out, and this is a song that my good friend Deanna Smith Scotland wrote the words for, and I wrote the music for, and it's all a part of our expanding circle here, surrounding yourselves by people who can bring out the best in you. Thank you for doing that for me. I hope I can do that for you. I need a capo. I'll do that. There we go. This tune now. All right. Here we go. come from every corner, we speak in every tongue, brought here by a vision of what is soon to come. No longer will we stand for hatred, bigotry, and fear. The call of peace and justice is what has brought us here. The world that we've been given is not so large a place that we can stand divided by philosophy or race. Wisdom, truth, and beauty dwell in every human heart. United we are more than we could ever be apart. United we are more than we could ever be apart. We are carved from the ancient souls of those who came before. We take what we've been given and set out in search of more. Much less than we could be, much more than we had planned. Love is all-encompassing, and the circle must expand. Love is all-encompassing, and the circle must expand. Against injustice, to raise a common voice, to cast aside the petty fears that chain us to the past, to give our children's children a legacy that will last, to give our children's children a legacy that lasts. Oh, we are God from the ancient souls of those who came before. We've been given, they said, and it's such a more, much less than we could be, much more than we had planned. Love is all-encompassing, and the circle must expand. Love is all-encompassing, and the circle must expand. We are carved from the ancient souls of those who came before. We take what we've been given, they said, and it's such a more, much less than we could be, much more than we had planned. Love is all-encompassing, and the circle must expand. We got one left. This is a last request from Mary Higgins, who may or may not be with us because she's a weenie. She may have left us, but this is from my bandit queen, whose son is also set. So there we go. Thanks so much for being here. We're here every Saturday night. I am Wolf Loescher. You are the Howlers. Every Saturday night, 7 o'clock Mountain Time. Of course, next Saturday is St. Patrick's Day weekend. I'll be streaming from the gig that I'm playing. It should be about the same time. It'll start a little earlier. I think I'm playing starting at 6. So it's an hour earlier. And I will post a time for that. But whoever you are, whenever you are, be excellent to each other. Sing along if you know this one. This is a song by the Seminarists. As the sun is sinking low and the evening's tug in tow, on the horizon, my true love I see. She ain't fancy, she ain't fine, and her fingers number only 9. She's the belle of the ball of the insurgency. Not that insurgency. She's my bandit queen, lying beneath the moon, in a bandit cave. There's a blanket laid for 2. If I could find a way to your hideaway by the sea, oh, bandit queen, steal away to me. Somewhere in the mountains, by a starry water fountain, is an alcove hid by some trees. Amidst a pile of treasure, reclining at her leisure, my lady love sniffs at the breeze. And sitting up, she adjusts her turban and takes another swig from a bottle of bourbon. And listening to the whistling of the train station, odds are it will never reach its destination, 'cause my bandit queen, astride her steed, will ride. Oh, let me be the one to lay within your even arms tonight. My bandit queen, lying beneath the moon, in a bandit cave. There's a blanket laid for 2. If I could find a way to your hideaway by the sea, oh, bandit queen, steal away to me. Oh, bandit queen, steal away to me. So much, y'all. Have a great week. We'll see you again next weekend. We'll be back on Saturday. We'll be back on Sunday for St. Patrick's Day, and we'll play you out to a little bit of let's see, how about 6 Mile Bridge? I haven't heard that one in a long time. Let's try that one. There we go. And I may have to turn it up on the, hold on, I can find it. Here it is. I'll start it over again.
Me fae there was a Bailey frae, a wee farm in
Cheers.
Caithney.
Thanks so much, y'all. Bye.
He worked on the land all the days of his life. By the time he made second, I said he reckoned he'd plowed near on half o' the east New 5. His feet on at Randeston, Crawhill and Clevington, Canbo and Carnby and Big Rennie Hill. At Kingsbarn he's married, at Four Hills he's buried, When man had he lived, he'd be plowing on still. For those days were his days, those ways were his ways. To follow the plough on his back was still strong. But those days have passed and the time come at last for the weakness of age to make way for the young. I wasn't for ploughing, to the sea I was going, to follow the fish and the fisherman's ways. In rain, hail and sunshine I'd watch the lang run line, the man mair contented his hale working day. I lang line the flooded ground, the Dutch and the Dogger bank, pull the great fish from the deep devil's hole. I've side-trawled off Shetland, the Faroes and Iceland, weather much worse than a body could thole. For that day was my day, that way was my way, to follow the fish while my back was still strong. But that day is past and the time come at last for the weakness of age to make way for the young. My sons, they have grown and away they have gone to search for black oil in the far northern sea. Like oilmen they walk and like Yankees they talk. There's no much in common between my sons and me. They've a rough rigged on Josephine, Forties and Indian, Claymore and Dunland, Fisher in all. They made fortunes for sure, for in one run ashore they spent more than I earned in a hail season's work. For this day is their day, this way is their way, to ride the rough rigs while their backs are still strong. But this day will pass and the time come at last for the weakness of age to make way for the young. My grandsons are growing, to the school they're soon going. The long weeks of summer they spend here with me. We'll walk through the warm days, talk of the old ways, the cornfields, the codfish, the land and the sea. We'll walk through the fields my father once tilled, talk with the old man who once sailed with me. Man, it's been awfully good, I've showed them all I could of the past and the present, what their future might be. For the morn will be their day, what will be their way, what will they make of their land, sea and sky? Man, I've seen awful change, but it still seems so strange to look at my world through a young laddie's eyes. For this day is your day, what will be your way? What will you make of your land, sea and sky? The future is yours to make, so for your children's sake, take a look at your world through a young laddie's eyes.
High on the banner key, on that